Hi Ruchi, good evening. So today we are going to talk about some of the most important aspects now. These are some very technical things. We need to understand it very slowly and we need to understand it very precisely. Please kindly listen me very carefully today. Just 1 minute. So you need to listen me very carefully. Now look here. Factors is influencing development, but here causes of development. So human relation needs satisfaction of every stage. We need to check from here. Yes, this one is most important. We are going to start from here today. First part is educational implications of the principle of development. So what and all you are going to implement means the stages, means education part, how it is exactly you are going to apply development there. A knowledge of principles of growth and development will enlighten the parents and teachers of the potentialities of their children. Yes, definitely, if you will have knowledge of growth and development, then definitely this, like if teachers and parents are having the knowledge of growth and development, like this stage my child will be grown to this level, this stage my child will be grown to this level, then they will be able to easily analyze the potential or the development of the child. Understood? Like if I'm knowing that at the age of 5 years my child can read at least 200 words, so that much growth and development he can do. So that means what, now I am aware of it, like this at this stage he should read this much amount. So that is called as to know the potential of the child. So when they will be knowing the potential of the child, it will be very easy for the parents or the teachers to exactly help the child to grow or understand the potential and to let them develop in a more vital way. Okay, so they should therefore provide suitable opportunities for the maximum development of their children. So if I'm knowing that at the age of 5 my child will be exactly developing to this age, means this level 500 200 words he can read. Now I am knowing that 200 words he can read. Now if he is not able to read, means I have to enhance its capacity. So I have to provide some suitable opportunity. Understood? For all right development of the children, following guidelines may be taken into consideration. So now to do this means, that is what it is exactly how to educate. Means see, if we me means you or our parents are exactly aware that this stage what should be the growth of a child, then it will become very easy for them to analyze and help the child to grow. So need for paying attention to individual difference of the learner. Yes, the most important topic, the most important point is need for paying attention to individual differences of the learner. So here you need to put attention for individual differences of the learner. See, you need to understand that I am a learner, you are also a learner, and we both are learning. Understood? So, what is the individual differences generated here? That's the most important thing. See, Ruchi, agar we were in class 10th and we were in class 12th. So, at the class 12th stage, you can read 2 3 books at one stage, and I can read only one book at one stage. That means what? I am slower than you. So, this is exactly differences in the capacity of learning. So, every individual have a different capacity of learning and understanding. So here need for paying attention, the parent have, the teacher has to pay attention that which have more capacity, which have less capacity, but at this age what should be the actual capacity. Understood? So actual capacity is reading 200 words, but some students are reading 400 and some students are reading 50 words. That means some are very lagging, some are very advanced. So that's the mutual difference. That's the difference we need to work on. Understood? So need for paying attention to individual differences of the learner. Need for paying attention to individual differences of the learner. Now it is also determining the rate of growth. Correct, Naruchi? So it is also determining the rate of growth. Now let's see. The parents and the teacher should keep in view that the individual variations is the rate of growth and every child develops is a unique way. See, we should not be exhausted. See, if I am very slow and Ruchi you are very fast, That does not means that ki we both have a total variation. So that means what, this variation can be overcome. This variation can be overcome with understanding. So I should learn from you what is your state of development. So that means exactly paying attention to the correct rate, I will be able to analyze myself and I will be able to get it. Understood? So here, attention of the child. So here at this stage we have to put an attention. It stipulates the provision of all activities according to need and interest of various stages of growth. So 100%. So if Ruchi, what is happening is, me and you, we both are there. Your height is good, my height is good. Now our friend's height is less. So now we both are playing basketball. Okay. So now what is there is, we both are playing basketball. Our friends are not playing basketball. So that means what? You will have one conclusive answer. Now, since we are playing basketball, our height is higher than our friend's height. So what we are going to do is, we will exactly encourage them. Hey, come play basketball with us. Your height will also increase. Is it exactly the fact? Yes, this is about this only. So that means what? You need to encourage. You need to generate interest. You need to let them understand the need. So when they will be understanding it, they'll 100% put their effort, they'll 100% put their interest in exactly going through it. I hope you might have understood this one. So this is what is need for paying attention to individual differences of the learner. Need for paying attention on what? Individual differences of the learner. I hope you might have understood. So influence of heredity and environment. This is one of the most important factor. Influence of heredity and environment. Every single child will have an influence of heredity and environment. It's not like the gene will not create any differences. So 100%, the family where we are born, the family where we are grown, these two things are very very important. So see, in our family there is a different tradition, outside there is a different tradition. So what is exactly done is, we are learning to balance the tradition. Understood? So, and more or less we are learning both the tradition, but the one which is inside the family, we are learning it in a better way, because every now and then we are exactly in that phase. So I hope you might have understood. Create interest by giving them some lollipop. You can say that create interest by giving them some lollipop. That's also good. That means bribe. Huh? So most of the time you are going to give bribe to your children to get work from them. Correct, na, Ruchi? Yes, but that will be a small time gap, Ruchi. You know what? In development, na, in development, they're telling that these type of what you call bribe also is not good. You know why? Because that will generate a pseudo interest. The interest will be for a short period of time. The interest will be for a very very short period of time. That interest will be for a very very short period of time. That interest will not be for a longer time. The interest will be very very short period of time, and that interest will go once the once the thing is exactly, so what the person is desiring, you are giving. So once you are giving it, the interest is over, because the mutual give and take policy is over. And once the mutual give and take policy is over, after that, that person will not be able to understand more. So one time you gave a chocolate, means the student will read for that 5 lines, and then he will do like this, give me another chocolate. That's what is called as mutual, that's what is called as interest. But here in development now, they are exactly putting emphasis on a self guided development. Understood? So when we have in ourself, like, this is not good and this is not correct, and this is good and this is correct, then we do that work in a much better way, and for a prolonged period of time, means for a long period of time. You're understanding? So here, whenever we talk about development, we are exactly carrying the stage of development in we are carrying the stage of development, and we are exactly talking about for a longer period of time. Okay, I hope you might have understood this one. I hope you might have understood this one. So here, this is exactly another part. Sumati ma'am, good evening. Today late. So this is exactly another part. We must know it very carefully. Now let's go for the next part. Let's go for the next part. Now, influence of heredity and environment will 100% be there, and that's what I was discussing about inside environment and outside. See, inside house and outside, what you call culture and heritage, what the things are exactly carrying. So definitely, the children will have the influence of both of them. Okay, so influence of heredity and environment. Parents and teachers can understand the heredity and environment have an influencing role in development of child. Yes. So if I will be teaching in any other state, like right now I'm Tamil Nadu. So if I am in Tamil Nadu and I'm going in school, so 100% I will be exactly, I have to understand that I am in Tamil Nadu. And here, if I am in Tamil Nadu, here the children have some religion to follow. The children have some technique. Means they will be putting, so different things are there. So in North, Ruchi, we know nicely, we cannot put flower on head and go to school. Why? Because the school will not allow. Understood? But here in South, we can put flower in hair on hair and we can go, because the tradition is like that, and we have to give the tradition importance. Understood? Because the children should not lose its tradition. Understood? So the region wise differences must be respected by education. So no matter whatever education level and wherever we are, the culture what the people are following, we must respect the culture and we must enhance that area culture. You, the teacher should not shout on the student that, hey, don't put flower on head. No, that is their tradition. They are doing puja, they are doing some festivals. At the time, you have to understand, and then at the time, you have to give them some, what you call, holiday. At the time, you have to enhance their cultural activities. So this is one of the most important things. So influence of heredity and environment. So it is totally dependent on the hands of the teacher and hands of the administration. So what is that they should not be biased, they should be unbiased. So the religious cultural activities of the surrounding area should be given importance. I hope you might have understood. Now, need for developing motivation. Yes, motivation works a lot. So teachers should organize teaching learning program, what you call, procedures and practices which are motivating for development. Yes. So here now, this motivation for development or need for development there, and the teacher should only be fully involved in motivation. The administration, the school authorities, everyone. So see, the school authority has to motivate the teachers. First thing, the school authority has to motivate the teachers. Okay, fine, she is the best teacher and she has done this thing, that thing. So that is recognizing the effort of the teacher. So once they will recognize, hi Rishabh, once they will recognize the effort of the teacher will be feeling motivated. So next time what the teacher will do, the teacher will put more effort in teaching, and 100% by getting motivated, by getting charged, they will be doing much more better than previous stages of development, and they will be more, what you called, energetic, and they will be more cooperative with the administration. Are you understanding? So motivation, so motivational development is also very, very important. Now the teacher, once she is gaining motivation, Avni, good evening. So if the teacher is getting motivation, the teacher should give motivation to the student also. It can be done through video related to topics which motivate the kid, or through voice. Yes, audio video mode is always called as a supportive mode, because it is exactly encouraging. So our senses, our receptors are more activated at that time. Our receptors are, I'm very fine, Avni. So our receptors are very much activated, and since our receptors are very much activated, we are able to understand in a better way why there is a need of movie. So when you are watching a movie and the movie is exactly not according to your concept, you are not understanding, you're getting irritated. Understood? But when a movie is motivational, inspirational, you will come energized and you will speak, hey, their movie is exactly. So there should be some moral, there should be some message with the movie. Are you understanding it? So that's what need for developing motivations. It should be done as a topic for no, it's not for 10th, it's for teachers. It's for teachers who are going to teach in 10th. Understood? So here, need for correlation. Next is need for developing motivation. Second, first one is need for paying attention to individual difference, paying attention to individual difference. Next, heredity and influence of heredity and evolution. Next, need for developing motivation. Need for what? Need for developing motivation. Next, need for correlation. So principle of interrelatedness of development and growth should be kept in view by the teachers. Yes, correlation means the one which will be entangled together, correlated, related topics. So here growth and developments are correlated to each other. So when you will be talking about correlations, the principle of interrelatedness of development and growth. So 100% growth will give development. So and growth and developments are interrelated to each other. So the teacher has to understand this and the teacher has to work according to this content. Okay. Now next one is emphasis on doing. Yes, you need to understand one thing. If a child is taking a pen and pencil, or pen or a pencil or a notebook, and the child is exactly scribbling, not writing, that means what? Will it be effective? No. So now you need to understand that the mental development will not be there, the physical and social skills will not be that much activated. You know what? So there is always a saying that what you write, you remember it for a long period of time. What you write, you remember it for a longer period of time. So emphasis on doing. So if you're doing some activity and learning, if you are doing some activity and learning, the development will be far more wider than only watching and learning. So learning by doing is a more practical application which must be done so that the learner will get a very focused and informative informations. Understood? So here you need to understand one thing that is called as emphasis on doing. Okay, so doing helps in the development of mental, physical and social skill. So it will be helping in the development of mental, physical and social skill. Now reasonable repetitions. Now we have to understand what is the meaning of reasonable repetition. So repetition makes the learning better, but avoid over repetition. Yes, that's also one of the most important thing. We need to understand this one. Nisha, good evening, Nisha. So you need to understand this one, reasonable repetition. Now you will tell a child to write A 10 times. That's okay. That's repetition. But what is this is you are giving a child like 110 times writing A. When a child is writing 110 times A, what will happen? What will happen? Exactly. The child will be exactly doing what? The child will be getting irritated. The child will be getting irritated, and the child, whatever you will be telling after that, the child will not follow. Why? Because it is overdoing. Learning by overdoing is also has to be learning by overdoing also has to be avoided. Understood? So overdone activity should be avoided. So what and all we have learned in that, one thing is very important: need for correlation. Need for correlation means growth and development. Emphasis on doing. Allow the child to learn by doing, not watching and doing. Watching and doing is a short term development, where learning by doing is a long term development. Reasonable repetition. Give them a work which should repeat, like making a cup of tea 2 to 3 times. So if a child will cook a cup of tea in front of you for 2 to 3 times, they will understand what is the proportion or what is the ratio in which sugar, milk and tea has to be given. Understood? For making 1 cup of tea. Yes, that's what. So they will be bored and they will not be reading it. So next is healthy environment. Yes, this is exactly the most important thing. The environment in which the child is reading, it should be healthy, it should be peaceful, it should be focused. Like 4 5 music system is on and the child is sitting and reading. Definitely the child will get distracted because the receptors are receiving another informations. So the time when you are exactly in one way focused for a work means your attention should be driven to that part only. So only nowadays the children are very distracted because one side mobile keeping, one side laptop keeping, one side this. So now four sources are there. Now which source to go first, they are getting confused. So correlation will not be there, and that time the whatever plan they are making to read, that is exactly failing. The plan to read or the plan to correlate is failing at that part. I hope you might have understood this one. Yes, very good. So now we will go for the next one. So need for environment is needed. Next one is healthy environment is needed. Next one is need for a pragmatic outlook. ओके, pragmatic outlook का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of pragmatic outlook? Now every stage of growth has its possibilities and limitations. So look here, it's not like I am expecting a 5 class boy to learn the 10th class syllabus. It's not there. So there is possibilities, but there is possibilities are there. Some of the topic they can do it nicely, but there are limitations. We cannot give them this stage, that's it. So that has to be, the training has to be given from the prior in means initial stage itself. So teacher and parents has to not place over or under demand on child. Such demands lead to mental tension for the child. Correct only na? If a boy is in class 5, I'm giving the numerical, as pros and cons will be there. 100% pros and capability to learn at the right age is exactly there. Yes, correct, Nisha. So here capability to learn at the right age is there, but you know what, if we are overburdening a child by giving them more task, by giving them more pressure to learn more in a less smaller age, what will happen, you know what, first they will lose the interest, or second one, they will go tension, they will not be able to do it. So every stage of growth and development, the task should be given to an optimal minimal way, so that yes, out of focus they will go, and so that they should not be getting overdone, they should not be getting tension, and they should not run away from the topic. You are knowing, see, look at from 2005 NCF, that is that national curriculum framework, NCF was there 2005. In that the syllabus was overloaded, you know, the syllabus was overloaded. Now the syllabus is half reduced. Why the syllabus has been reduced? So that each and every stage of child growth and development they should be getting a proper time to groom themselves. That's some of the most important point, okay, to be noted. Now need satisfaction of each stage. So each stage in the development of an individual has development need peculiar to it, and these must be taken note of. Yes, so need satisfaction of each stage. So so when you will be exactly, yes, so overburden should be avoided, rather than education should be made interesting. Yes, that's what nowadays you might be seeing, that audio video mode will be there, projectors will be there. So every classes they are planning to make it more informative. So 3D images will be there, short films will be there, reels will be there, short notes will be there. So like that the teachers are trying to entertain the student and teach, and nowadays they will be using the projector and trying to learn. So every possible factors are present there, so every possible practice are present there, and they will be exactly going to help. So what you call digital learning, practical experiments, yes, that's the real world now, where the digital learning is exactly taking a toll. So first though the children were there in the school for only 9 to 7, 9 to 3. After that the children coming home, after that they are enjoying. But nowadays the school is gripping them in other time also. So whatever time they are seeing, they are giving some what you call assignment, they are giving some assessment, they are giving some short test. So digitally they keep on transferring them. The children is now overburdened because they do not have time to self groom themselves, self prepare themselves. When the time they are having, that they will be exactly having relaxation. So when mental relaxation will be not there, the physical growth and development will also be affected. So we need to take them away from that mental tension, and tension will be coming from where? Overburdening a child with lots of practical unwanted targets. I hope you might have understood this one. So so need satisfaction of each stage. The child now, you need to see them that every stage they must be, like every stage they must be having a satisfaction. So small task giving, so breaking the task and giving only 10 minutes task, only 15 minutes task, only 20 minutes task. In the 20-minute task if you are giving, then give them some what you call relaxation. After the relaxation the mind is fresh, again give 20 minutes task. So that is, they will reach a stage of satisfaction. They at least for 20 minutes they will be totally focused for the work. But if you are saying that today 1 hour you have to do, before itself you are informing them, then 100% they will not be doing that work. So learning by doing is one of the most important thing. Emphasis on doing must be given. Reasonable amount of repetition has been there. Next, healthy environment should be there. Next, it will be pragmatic outlook has to be generated. Understood? And now satisfaction has to be there. So human, now listen. So human relations, the feeling of being wanted and loved in the children is vital to their inner development. Healthy relationships established in the earlier stage of life help to set the pattern of future development. Like when you are exactly going in. Hi Abhishek, hi Rajendra. So see, you need to understand one thing very nicely. So when you are going in a class and then you are exactly, you're knowing that I am here for some short period of time and I am going to torture the student to get the best result. Means my concept is only for getting the best result. This is my concept. So that is exactly not going to work, because you first have to generate a healthy relationship, a relationship of trust, a relationship where the children can have trust on you, the relation where the children will have trust in your words, the type of relation where the children will listen you progressively. So that's a very different thing. So that comes under human relations. So the teacher has to establish a very healthy informative relationships where they will be able to understand, analyze the situation and learn in a far more better way. I hope all the 10 points are very very important and you have understood. First is paying attention to individual difference, second heredity and environment, third motivation, fourth correlation in growth and development, emphasis on doing, next reasonable repetition to be given, next healthy environment should be generated, next pragmatic outlook has to be there, positive thinking, positive background, taking out satisfaction of learning in every single stage, and human relations are most important thing. So the teacher, once they're entering inside the class, they have to understand one very important thing, that the each individual that is present inside the class are their own, like family member or someone who they care about. Understood? The causes of development. So if somebody will be asking you the causes of development, then how you are going to talk about and answer the causes of development. I hope till here everything is clear. Okay, so now following causes are commonly enumerated for development. Maturity. See, maturity is one of the most important thing. Maturity is one of the most important thing. Each children must reach a certain level of development before he can perform certain tasks. Yes. So if I want a person to write a one full letter in English, that's a formal letter to school. So I have to wait for that particular age. So if I am expecting a KG child, or I'm expecting a what you call standard 3 child to write a very nice letter without doing any grammatical mistake, that means it is not possible, because the age of maturity to understand how to write a letter will not be there. Okay, so this is most important thing. You need to understand this one. Now, his skeletal, muscular, neurological development at a particular level is maturity. Understood? So now we need to understand maturity by body also has to be there. So what is exactly, I'm going to repeat. Each child must reach a certain level of development before can perform certain tasks. So development has to be there. Then what type of development? His skeletal, muscular, neurological development at a particular level is maturity. So what word? Skeletal. Skeletal means the bone, muscular, the muscles, neurological, the thinking capability. That development in a particular level is maturity. Understood? But we must know that this development in 5 years of age is less, in 10 years of age will be little high, at the time of adolescence it will be far bigger than that. Understood? So that is exactly considering as maturity. Understood? So maturity of skeletal, muscular and neurological development. Understood? So that comes under age. Means it will be exactly growing with the age. So we always say now we are growing with the age. What we are saying? We are growing with the age. Now learning. Learning depends upon practice and experience. Yes, this is one of the most important point. So learning always, as said, that it totally depends upon practice and experience. So what we are going to depends upon practice and experience. Changes takes place in behavior when child practices and learns some task. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So learning is a continuous process by which child moves towards development. So definitely at every stage of child, the learning has to be so much dynamic. You need to understand this part. The learning has to be so much dynamic. And here they take behavior will be exactly. So child practices and learns some task, and that is exactly coming under learning section. So how much a child is practicing, how much is gaining the experience, that comes under his learning. Okay, and this will bring behavioral changes. Understood? So now I am not, it's a continuous process, yes, but at one stage will be there when this is exactly has to be, yes, when a stage will be there. So you need to understand that it should be higher in a lesser age, it should be higher in lesser age, and it should be lower in higher ages. Okay. I hope you might have got this point. There is no age for learning, but one thing is there, learning in younger age is what you call faster in compared to that of old age. That's exactly because of some neuromuscular changes. Understood or not? So you need to understand stages by stages learning will be there, you know what, but the child brain is active in first 5 years of its birth. So in the first 5 years of the birth in the family, if 3 4 languages are taught, then the child they will learn these 5 languages very easily, because in a very small age they are exactly learning all the language in that particular mode. Understood? So growth and development in small ages are much faster, but as we proceed younger, or as we proceed in a higher age, that growth and what you call development will get hindered. Understood? So maturity and learning activities are closely related. Both affect each other and both are significant for the development of a child, and both are significant for what? Development of a child. Maturity is related to heredity and learning is related to environment. So first thing is maturity is related to heredity, and learning is exactly related to environment. If maturity is affected due to some reason, learning also will be affected. Yes. So these are exactly interrelated. So if maturity is not there, then learning will not be proper. We must understand that. So if maturity is not there, then learning will not be proper. This is, so if maturity is fast, learning will be fast. So definitely maturity and learning both are the most important factor that is interrelated with each other. So if a child is matured enough to understand a concept, they will learn the concept in a very faster pace. They learn the concept in a very faster pace. So factor influencing development, heredity and environment is one of the most crucial factor which is affecting development. I hope you might have understood this one. See, I'm just going to keep it till here today. because tomorrow my DC meeting is there. So I'm just need to prepare my what you call paper. I need to read that. Thank you so much, everyone. Tomorrow extra I will explain. After returning back means I will be free enough, and that time I will be definitely taking 1.5 hour class. So tomorrow maths I am planning. Topic wise maths we will be solving. So tomorrow you just get ready, like we will be studying maths tomorrow. Okay, maths and pedagogy both. Okay, bye everyone. अब ये लड़ाई खुद से है। हाँ, अब ये लड़ाई खुद से, ये सही बोल सकती हूँ अर्चना, कि अभी मुझे अब खुद से जाके लड़ना है और खुद से जाके पढ़ना है। लड़ना और पढ़ना दोनों है। करेक्ट? यस, यस। बाय रुचि, बाय निशा, बाय अर्चना, बाय एवरीवन, बाय सुमति मैम। गुड नाइट टू एवरीवन। I can't sleep. I have to study.